good to go? We're good to go. We're at the warm-up section. It's almost in the green. I want you to call clearance delivery. We have information Foxtrot. We want a departure to the southeast.
Long Island clearance, helicopter 8536 Yankee.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, Long Island clearance.
36 Yankee at AMP with information Foxtrot, looking for a departure southeast at or below 1400.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee on departure, fly sign heading, maintain at or below 1,400, so advised. Departure frequency will be with tower, 119.3, squawk 4343.
36 Yankee, squawking 4343, we'll contact tower for departure, and we'll fly sign heading. Screwed that up.
That's alright. It's on assigned heading at or below 1400.
36 Yankee, just verify at or below 1,419 through protect. Have a good day.
36 Yankee on departure, assigned heading at or below 1400, tower for taxi. 36 Yankee.
Thank you.
Alright, so that's alright. It's alright. He was saying at or below, assigned heading, blah blah blah. So, good. And they gave us the tower for taxi today, which is great. Good. And it's all warmed up now, so let's continue on with the checklist.
To the mag drop.
Okay, let's get a little more RPMs on it so we can see them drop. Something right there. We're looking for 7%, less than 7% in 2 seconds.
Good morning, clearance.
Looks good. Do the car heat.
Okay, check the car beat, full on. Moving up, full down. Okay.
Alright, sprag clutch.
Alright, let's get the RPMs at about 80%, maybe a little bit higher, and we'll roll it off. Good. Barely saw a split there, let's go a little bit higher. There you go. Nice split, engine's idling. Good. Alright, keep it at 75. What's next on the list?
Check the doors and the limit map chart.
Alright, what's the limit map chart? Oh, beautiful. That's nice. Okay, so we're the one in the middle, the Alpha.
Yep, this is straight out of the POH.
Great. Good, so I mean, it's above freezing, so we can go in between 0 and 20, but closer to the 0. And it looks like just above 23 inches. So we put whatever we can on takeoff, and or whatever, whatever we need just to stay in the hover, and then not too much more than 23 in a straight and level flight. Alright.
Alright, the frictions are going to come off now. Alright, friction's off.
Alright.
Increase the governor.
Okay, so governor coming on.
Rolling on.
Rolling on. We're just guarding the throttle to make sure it doesn't go above 100. Very good.
310, we'll hold short of 33 left, 6 off 6.
Lights are out, gauges are green, fuel is good. And we will check the horn. And that's it. So it's a good note. We're still at flat pitch, but we're at 104% RPM. Carb heat went down to the yellow line. So what I would do, I would just put like maybe an inch of carb heat on and just monitor that. All right, let's pick it up. We'll taxi over.
You want me to do it?
You got it. The first pickup of the flight, you're heaviest with fuel, so you know you're going to need a little bit more power. So nice and gentle as you get up to the topper of the, into the yellow arc of the manifold pressure. Eyes outside. Very nice. Nice level. Left pedal here. More left pedal. Okay, a little bit slower. Just pull it back just a nudge.
Wisconsin 3896, left at Bravo 1. Bravo, Charlie.
Keep us over the center line.
Bravo, Charlie.
So we're on with the tower, so all we need to tell them is Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee at Whiskey Taxiway for the Whiskey Pad.
You want to tell them that?
Yeah, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee at the Whiskey Taxiway for the Whiskey Pad.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, Long Island Tower, take out the Whiskey Pad, advise ready.
Taxi to Whiskey Pad and advise when ready, 36 Yankee. The helicopter is an extension of you, so make it do what you want it to do. Keep the collective in, no need to play around with that too much. Just use the cyclic and the pedals. So this is normal to put a little bit of left pedal here, because the right crosswind is the hardest for the helicopter to do. So it really plays around. So if you have the room, for example, here in the taxiway area, use it. So nose is into the wind, all right? So you don't actually have to taxi with right crosswind. Let's do a full 360 here, nice and slow to the left, just to make sure the whole area is clear.
That's Kodiak 723.
Yes, sir. Info Kodiak 723 is along the north shore doing a
Good job.
survey. We're
Carpeet's looking good. So what we'll do,
we'll be up here about another transition airspace over to the south shore.
we're going to use the taxiway to our right to get our speed when we take off, and we'll turn left into the wind. Use the wind, climb out, and then we'll turn base and downwind. We'll go southeast all the way down to Smith Point.
Kodiak 723, squawk 4346.
Nice and loose on the pedals here, good. Lights are out, gauges are green, let them know. 36 Yankee, ready for departure.
36 Yankee, ready for departure.
Copy 536 Yankee, wind 310 at 17 from the west tag, clear for takeoff, on course southeast. Approved.
36 Yankee, roger, left turn to the southeast.
Kodiak 723, radar contact the altitude.
Kodiak 723 is at 650.
Good, start a left turn climb here, so we don't cross the active runway. And we're into the wind, you could feel it. It's just shooting up right now. All right, I'm going for the trim. There you go. Okay, keep the climb going. So pull about 23.
Setting, please.
Altimeter 2972.
Thank you.
Kodiak 723, information flash right now, current wind.
All right, that's a good altitude. All right, let's go ahead and turn base, and then we can do a relatively quick downwind turn. We don't want to fly too much directly over the airport, a little bit south of it, and we'll head towards Smith Point. We'll fly around Fire Island. We'll play around with those autos a little bit.
Sounds good.
And it was actually in my plan today to get you on 180 autos. If I liked your straight-in autos, we're going to start doing 180s, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Alright. And I also read in the training handbook about the governor failure and stuff like that.
36 Yankee, radar contact the altitude.
Is that 1500?
36 Yankees at 600.
600.
Skyhawk 5312.
So you're really going to feel it here if we keep it at this altitude. When we fly 65 knots with freaking 20 knots on our wind, we're going more like 90 miles an hour on the ground.
Yeah, it looks much faster.
And then if we had to come back this way,
Mike on the west side, ready to taxi.
if we had to come back this way, it would take us that much longer. If we're flying 70, it's actually, we're moving 50. That's the difference between airspeed and ground speed.
10, cross runway 24.
Taxi runway 33, whiskey, cross runway 24.
Good, so if we're in flight, what did it say about a governor failure in flight?
I didn't read what to do. I read that that's something that we would go over, that we would train on.
Yeah. We can fly this helicopter without the governor. Robinson said, don't ever fly it unless the governor's working, which means it has to work while we're on the ground. But if you take off and it fails, because it is a machine and it could fail, you got to fly it manually now, which means that when you raise collective, you're going to have to roll on throttle because the engine's going to want to bog down. When you lower collective, the engine's going to want to shoot up, so you got to roll off throttle. And so it's like this sort of movement, rolling on as you raise and rolling off as you lower. Now this collective has a correlator, and in Robinson's they're pretty good. It's just, it depends, how it is. You just got to do whatever you got to do to keep it in the green. That's pretty much how it goes. Good, let's go a little bit higher, maybe 800 feet. And you can see we're
Cruising.
we're clipping along pretty fast. What we'll do is we'll go along the Great South Bay shore, and we'll turn around at Smith Point, and we'll play around Fire Island. We'll do a bunch of autos. We can play around with our altitude up there, and you can see how when this thing is in an auto, you can fly it just like it's not in an auto. In fact, when it's in an auto rotation, you can't get a low G either.
Yeah. Except for that initial collective down.
Right, but once you're in the auto, since the airflow is coming from above, there's always going to be load on the rotor disc. Do you remember the main rotor, tail rotor, main rotor chip lights and what they require to do?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. Main rotor temperature came on. Nothing else is wrong with the helicopter.
Land as soon as practical.
So in this case, if the light came on, what would you do?
Turn right around, head back to the airport.
Alright, main rotor temperature comes on, and you feel a vibration, an unusual vibration in the cyclic.
Land as soon as possible.
Land immediately.
Immediately.
In Robinson Handbook, it doesn't say as soon as possible. It says immediately or as soon as practical.
Runway, squawk VFR, frequency change approved, good day.
36 Yankee, squawking VFR, see you soon. Alright, for the second half of this flight, you're going to be dealing with the radios and the transponder and the carb heat and the trim. That's for when we get back to the airport. No, don't worry about it right now.
Just explain to me really quick when he says VFR change approved. We never went over that.
He's saying squawk VFR. 1200 or 1200 is VFR on the transponder. There's some important squawks on the transponder that we need to know. The standard in aviation is 1200 for helicopters in America. Let's go this way because we're not going to cross over the bay. We'll cross over the Smith Point. So instead of going around.
Runway 33 left, clear for takeoff, wind 300 at 14.
Cleared for takeoff, 33 left, take South Tango.
Just getting a little bit of fresh air in here. So, what's going on is the transponder 1200 means VFR, which means when they see a transponder on their radar, they know, oh, it's an aircraft flying VFR, and since it's set to altitude, they can see the altitude. When we're in the Charlie airspace, such as MacArthur, they want us to squawk a certain frequency, and at their airport, they like the first 2 digits to be 43. Why? I don't know. Every other airport I've been in where they've given me a squawk, it's been 4 totally random numbers. Now there's 4 squawks that start with 7 that you absolutely have to know. I expect you to know it later on, but I can teach it to you now if you'd like. There's 75, 76, and 7700. So 7500, 7600, and 7700 are 3 of the transponder squawks that you use to tell the tower something. Okay? And okay, so 7500 is if you're in a hijacking. If you're a commercial pilot and I'm like, yeah, take me to this airport, I want to take photos of it. And you're like, okay, I'm going to go on a photo flight now. And then he pulls out a gun and says, actually, take me somewhere else. And now your life's in danger. You're like, yeah, sure, no problem. You reach down, you squawk 7500, and no matter where you land, there's going to be police waiting for you guys. Or even if you land like in someone's backyard, the tower will vector police to get over there. It's because you're being hijacked. All right? 7600 is a radio failure. Your radio stopped working. You need to go back to the airport. You squawk 7600. They're going to give you light gun signals. They're going to shine a light into as much to you as possible. Green, flashing green, red, green, alternating, or flashing red. And they're going to tell you certain things, and we can go over what they are. And then 7700 is an emergency. You have an emergency of some sort, and they give you priority in the airport. Like whatever people are practicing, they're going to say, you guys go around and go into holding patterns, and we're gonna deal with this guy right now. Let's turn down the show over here. And then the last one is 4 7s, which I don't know if you noticed. It goes from 0 to 7. There's no 8 or 9. And what it is 7777. You never want to squawk. It's supposed to show that it's a military interceptor, which means that it's armed. Now, you can have it momentarily while you're flipping through, but the odds of you being on 4 7s at the same time are very, very bad. So you're not really ever going to do that. But that's pretty much what it means. The military squawks that. And, if they have a radar facility in the area, a red light's going to pop up, and they're going to be like, whoa, what's going on? But then, they'll find out real quick that it's not an actual military interceptor. So now we got 20 knots on our side, and we're being drifted to the left. So let's give it a little bit of nose right and point the helicopter straight, and that'll give us our little wind correction angle, and that'll keep us flying true. Now when we start doing the autos on Fire Island, and I'm going this way because the wind's coming from this way, we're not going to be going this fast. It's going to be more like 60, 65. The wind helps, and it fluctuates our RPMs a little bit, so we got to be on top of that. So we'll do a couple straight-in autos first, and then we'll play around with turning. Okay. So to start that off, any other questions before we start that?
No, I think I'm good.
So the thing about turning in an auto is whenever you turn, when you turn sharply, you're putting load on the rotor system, and it makes it want to accelerate. So you got to be aware of it with your cyclic and collective. As you turn, you may want to push the nose forward just a little bit, depending on how sharp you turn, and or if you need to turn sharp and you can't gain any more airspeed, you just raise the collective a little bit, and it'll follow through.
All right, should I start following the shore now?
Yeah, we're just going to go down Fire Island the whole way, and this part is still part of Smith Point, and there's way too many people around here. But as soon as we get over this inlet, we can shoot an auto. So let's climb it up. Everything look good on that side?
Yeah, everything's good.
Let's climb up a little bit here. So slow it down to 65. That'll give us a huge climb rate. put the trim down, get us ready for it. And we'll pull the carb heat. Won't pull the carb heat up yet. Let's do the first one at 1500. Give us a long time on the way down to talk about it. Good. Lights are out. Gauges are green. Fuel's good. All right.
Now it feels like we're barely moving at 65.
Departure in the wind.
I know. It doesn't help that the whole way here we're going 80 on a downwind. It means we're clipping along, and now it feels like we're hanging in the air, but we're moving. On the ground speed, we're probably going about 50, but in the air, we're moving 65 still. And in the air is really what's important. For long-distance navigation, that's when ground speed is more important. Good. Looks like the tide's really high. No one's in front of us. Good. It's a nice open area here. Let's slow it down.
Clear for takeoff.
I'm going to slow it down and bring it so that we're nice and straight and level. 1,200 feet is more than enough. Good. The wind's a little bit here, so we'll kind of play around with that and not let it push us offshore a little bit. To enter an auto rotation, collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic.
All right, just real quick. Are we going for the sand, or are we going for a little bit above it?
No, oh, you mean are we going to go all the way down?
No. I'm talking about. It looks like
We're gonna go for the surf, but don't worry about that. We'll recover above it. Don't worry.
I'm just looking at that ledge to our right.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna go near the ledge. No, I'd rather go hover over the water than that ledge. I know the water's flat. All right. So what we want here, collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic. As soon as we do that aft cyclic, we're gonna bring it right back to where it was. All right. So here we are at 70. Lights are out. Gauge is green. Fuel's good. Collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic, good. Now we're going to hold that collective right around here. Good. That's a little bit too low. Good. All right. Now lock in your cyclic. So our speed is 70. That's more than enough. You can even slow it down a little bit. Good. Very nice. You're holding it very nice. Collective is fixed. It kind of took us a nudge or two to find a sweet spot on it. Good. Let's turn. Slowly start to build that flare. Build it. Build it. And level off. Very nice. Good. Let's go on the go. Make the most of our time.
Going to departure for top of line.
Pulling a little bit too much.
Yeah, give it 23, hold it at 50 knots. We should climb up like at 1,000 foot per minute with all this wind. So we're letting the wind push us over the shore, so let's fix that a little bit, get some right pedal in there, trim it out. We can face the mainland and fly over the shoreline as much as we want with this type of wind. Good, let's get our altitude. Good, so that was really good. We entered the auto, it was a little iffy in the beginning, but as much as we raise the collective, you only need a little bit, and then it kind of settles. And then as long as you don't lose airspeed, it won't go up. And if you gain airspeed, it'll go down. All you got to do is slow it down like a notch or two. And when I say notch, I mean a knot. And it'll come right back up. All right. So what we'll do now, we're going to enter, and then we're going to do a couple S-turns together.
Now, why did that horn come on? That horn came on because the RPMs were high?
Well, the horn came on because we were just below the green right here. And that's okay that it comes on. It's bad if it goes below 90. It's worse if it goes below 80. Okay? When it goes below 90, freaking can't compromise some airspeed. Just pull back, get it back in the green. If it goes below 80, we're dead. So the two things you can do to gain RPMs, lower collective or aft cyclic. The two things you can do to reduce your RPMs, raise collective or forward cyclic. Each one is going to be very subtle, all right? The best thing to do when we practice is lock in our collective so that we don't have to move it around anymore, and then play around with our airspeed, okay? All right, so we'll go a little bit higher, and we'll play around with some S-turns. It said we could pull 23 today. Let's pull 23. 23, 55 knots. Look at that, 1,000 feet per minute. I know it feels like we're not moving, but
No, it keeps getting me.
that's where the reference, the sight picture comes in so important. Good, 1400's good. I'm gonna get the carb heat on. Okay, carb heat is on. Or 60 knots is a great speed for an auto rotation. Good? Ready?
Yeah.
Looking outside, collective down, right pedal, F cyclic in, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna hold that RPM, hold that collective right around here, and let's play around with our airspeed. Nice and loose on the cyclic. If we get more airspeed, RPMs go down, beep, right?
Yes.
It didn't beep. And if we slow down, RPMs come back up. Now let's turn. Watch the RPMs come up as we turn. Put load on the blades, RPMs come back up. Beep goes off. See that?
Yeah.
Good, we're going very fast here. Let's slow it down a little bit, and we'll raise collective as we slow down so that the RPMs don't come up too high.
Gotcha.
Good. Now here, when we're close to if this was an actual auto, all you got to do is just flare it a little bit, and the RPMs will come back up. Let's go ahead and go on the go. Now, the reason I say that is earlier in the auto, when you're up high, let's go ahead and start taking off. Earlier in the auto, when we're up high, you can lower collective. And to get the RPMs, that'll increase your descent rate. When you're at the bottom portion and you're ready to flare, you don't want to lower the collective to gain more RPMs, because it's just going to make you fall to the earth that much faster, and you're already close enough to it. So it's better just to flare a little bit earlier, and it's going to be a little bit more work, but that's an auto rotation for you. Good. How'd you feel on those turns?
Not so comfortable.
All right, what we're going to do on this one, and we're going to simulate a 180 auto rotation, which means wind's coming out of this direction, but we're going to be flying this direction when we enter the auto. So what we'll get our airspeed, and we'll fly around this area for a couple minutes, just because we're getting towards the houses already.
Yeah. A little more collective.
Good. Lights are out, gauges are green, fuel is good. Now, the easier 180 auto is the left, but they both require just as much finesse as the other. So the first thing you do in a 180 auto is enter the auto. The second thing you do, turn into the wind. The last thing you do, finish the auto. Once you turn into the wind, it's a straight in auto. You got the whole beach, so it's not like you need a very, very specific spot. Okay? So here's what we'll do. Let's just to be safe, let's do a right turn here. As we keep on climbing. And the first one we're going to do is going to be to the right to help you so that you can kind of visualize the looking outside and what it's going to look like. Now this is where the sight picture is so important. As you turn, if that compass goes down, speed's going up very quickly and RPMs are going down very quickly. So what I like to do, especially on the right, is as I turn, I just give a little nudge back on the cyclic. That helps the speed from going too high, and it helps RPMs from going too low. Okay. The next thing is nothing with the pedals. We do full right pedal just the same, and you turn and you get to turn out of the way and make it a straight in auto. So here we are at plenty of altitude. Let's get a little bit away from the beach here. Pulling a lot of power there. All right, let's slow it down a little bit. We're clipping along here. All right, let's turn to the right a little bit. So we're like 180 downwind with the beach, and we're gonna do this one together. All right?
Yeah.
We got 55 knots. That's still plenty. I got a lot of altitude. So 3, 2, wait. Carb Repeat up. Ready? And 3, 2, 1. Collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic. Good. We entered the auto, we locked it in. Now I'm going to turn. So as I turn, RPMs are going to come up. So I'm going to lower the nose, raise collective, and work on it while I turn. See, it's kind of a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a mix of two things. And there we go. Now we're into the wind. We lost a lot of speed on that turn, so that wasn't a very good example. In fact, let's recover here.
Yeah, it felt almost like we just stopped where we were.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good one.
Oh, there's Eric.
Echo Hotel, you see us?
No tail number. And yes, I see you now. I was wondering when you were going to start talking to me.
Did you call?
Yeah, and on the last flight.
Last flight was an intro, that doesn't count.
Alright, we're going to start calling.
Like no tail number.
Was that your 180 or is that Vinny's 180?
The helmet was mine.
It was Vinny's, and it was just an example. Be nice.
I was going to say, if it was your 180, it wasn't good. If it was Vinny's, then it was excellent.
Thank you, Eric.
Where are they off to?
Are you guys going down to Smith Point?
No, we're going to go to my secret spot over here.
Got it. We're gonna hang around in this area for a few more minutes.
Just don't hit us.
All right. There's a dock down there that Eric likes to fly to. Okay, we're going to do this one a little bit lower. All right.
Have the lens cap off the camera?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Good. Just watch it out for it.
See him, I see him.
All right, we're going to enter, and let's get a little bit more speed here. Speed looks good. In 3, 2, 1. Collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic. Raise collective, good. All right, hold it right here. Now turn. This is all you. Just turn it. Look at the RPMs. Outside, outside, inside. Good, very nice. The speed's going down. That's okay. That's because we're out of the wind. Good. RPMs are nice and solid. That's really good. All right, now that we're back into the wind, the speed's going to come back up. It's mainly because of the pitot tube. Good. Level it out. Look outside. Airspeed's fine. So fix that and fix the collective. Don't
lose an RPM.
Good. Don't let it get too low. Good. All right, we'll raise it back to in. Very nice. That was a really good 180. All right, good.
So as soon as you enter that auto, and you have that auto set, that's when you start the 180?
Yes, on a 180 auto, it doesn't have to be 180 degrees. It could be 360 because maybe the spot's right below you, so you're going to turn and, you know, lose altitude without gaining forward distance. But the thing about it is, the first thing you do, no matter what, enter the auto. Next thing you do, turn into the wind. In this case, it was 180 degrees. And then the last thing you do, finish the auto.
No, what I'm saying is you don't continue the auto for a little while, wait until you get closer, wait till you get closer, and then start the 180, or can you?
That depends. Where's your landing spot? And we have the whole beach, so we're just doing in general today. But maybe we're gonna, you know, have a specific spot, like at the airport, for example. And what we'll do is, let's keep on climbing, keep our climbing.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
So what we'll do, we might enter early, we might enter late, we might enter right on time. Usually we enter right when we're abeam, all right? So then if there's a lot of wind, it'll push us downwind, so we got to turn sooner. If there isn't a lot of wind, you might have to like turn a lot slower so that you can time yourself to the spot. But right now, all I want you to do is just be able to control it, you know? And then later that'll come in. So what we'll continue at Fire Island. Eric, we're continuing westbound over Fire Island.
Roger, see you later.
See ya. Hey, you need me to get your next guy from the train station?
I don't think so. 0.
Okay. So what we're going to do on this one, we're going to play around with turning a lot more, okay? So here's what I want you to be looking for visually while you're doing the auto. Number one, sight picture. Make sure that this speed setting is right. Then double check with this, all right? Outside, 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 inside. So during the auto, look outside, make sure everything's nice, check your airspeed, check your RPMs, look outside, everything looks nice, check your airspeed, check your RPMs, all right? You can also start to hear the hum of the RPMs in your headset, and if you do get a better headset, like with noise canceling or something like mine, and I'll let you use mine once, oh man, it's amazing. It's, you can really hear the hum of the RPM, so without looking here, I can tell if they're spooling down or speeding up. All right, here we go. Beach looks clear. There's a car up there, but that's all right. We're not going to go down to the beach. Let's do a 360. Let's climb up to 2,000.
360?
Yeah, we're just going to keep on climbing, not to get any further away, because we're getting, it just gets more populated out there. That is some good visibility.
Yes.
I think I can see Portugal.
You don't usually get that out in LA, do you?
We do, but only in the wintertime. In the summer, it's a little hazy. Good, so we got that car down there on the beach.
Looks like he's moving towards us.
I'm not worried about him. We're not really breaking the law or anything. It's just I don't want to go all the way down to the shore. So good. All right, so we're just about into the wind. Let's slow it down a little bit. Carb heat's on. We're good to go. Don't worry about him. Eyes outside. Airspeed 70, 1,700 feet, 20 inches of manifold pressure. Let's stop our descent. Let's go straight and level. Good. And we'll enter at straight and level. Ready?
Ready.
In 3, 2, 1. Collective down. Right pedal. Aft cyclic. Cyclic back forward and raise a little collective. Right around here is good. Hold it right here. So RPMs are coming up. So get a little bit of 2 knots of airspeed, and that's all you need. Good. Now give me a 360 to the right. Very nice. Airspeed's coming up, which what that means is when you lose that airspeed, the RPMs is going to shoot up. So keep checking your
I'm not doing the 360 no more.
Finish the 360? No, sorry. Cancel that. Let's turn back into the wind. Good. Now our airspeed's coming up, so we just slow that down a little bit. Manage RPMs. Very nice. Good. Start to slow it down. We're drifting along. We can't let it drift.
Not too good.
It's all right. Not bad. We'll go. Get our airspeed back and try it again.
That new one being built.
Yeah, a lot of funny looking ones, but yeah, it's good. It's good. It sucks that they're all empty. Wintertime, there's like nobody here anyways. So remember, a helicopter's going to go in the direction of the cyclic, so if you're drifting left, just give it a little more to the right, a little more forward. It'll take you where you want to go. How do you feel on the entry?
Entry, I feel a lot more comfortable.
It's just collective down, right pedal, F cyclic, and then I roll off the throttle. And as you get more and more comfortable, when you feel me do it, you'll start rolling off the throttle. Looking good, 65 knots. And 3, 2, 1, engine failure. Get me to the shore.
I paid too much attention to the RPMs than I did outside.
Alright, that's okay. That's why we're doing it. Okay, let's get a climb. Got another car here. You can feel right around here, right around 100 feet. That's when that wind starts blowing it.
Yeah.
Fly directly over them.
Looks like police.
Yeah, they're on patrol, and for the most part, they're cool guys. I mean, what can they do, really? There's no one here. But directly over them, they can't really tell what color we are. And they keep going.
A little more collective.
All right. Good, lights are out, gauges are green, fuel's good. Every couple of minutes, it's good to do that. Let's get our speed up.
I look, but do you want me to say it out loud?
It's a good habit. It lets me know that you're doing it and that you're actually doing it. So whenever you're changing cyclic control during the auto, that's going to affect the RPMs. So on a straight-in auto, you don't need a turn. So if you maintain your speed, you maintain your collective, if it wasn't as windy as it is today, RPMs don't fluctuate that much. When you speed up, angle of attack is bad, or angle of attack is lessened, and RPMs go down. When you slow down, angle of attack, according to the wind, is shooting up, and our RPMs are shooting up. When we turn, the helicopter will turn, and then as that load comes into the turn, that's when the RPMs start coming up. Let's keep it climbing to about 1500. We'll go down by the Captree Bridge, or by Robert Moses there, and we'll try it again. That's where on those turns, that's where you got to think, okay, I'm about to turn. My airspeed's 65 knots, so I don't want to mess with my airspeed at all. That's beautiful. It's what I want. So as I turn, I'm going to adjust the collective if I need to. If RPMs shoot up, I'm going to raise collective just a little bit, just a little nudge. And then as I finish the turn, I can lower it back to exactly where it was. If your airspeed's like at 70 knots, 75 knots on a turn, man, slow it down. And if you slow it down, also raise collective. If your airspeed's really low, well, now you got to get your RPMs back up. The only way to do that is to lower collective or to pull F cyclic, but you don't have any more F cyclic to pull. You don't want to go too slow. So you're going to have to lower collective to get your RPMs and get some airspeed as well. Once you have some airspeed, you can lose a little bit, and that'll help you with your RPMs as well.
All right, 1600.
All right, we're going to enter and we're going to recover at about 500 feet because we got some cars down here. There's one right below us right there. Okay, right now I just want to do a straight in auto, and I want you to focus on the outside 70% of the time. Focus on the inside 30% of the time. Airspeed's perfect right now. RPMs are good, manifold pressure's good, carb heat coming up, trim is down, lights are out, gauges are green, fuel is good. Keep us along the center here. So go with the cyclic. Ready? And you're going to do the entry, I'm going to follow. In 3, 2, 1. Collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic.
Whoa.
That's all right.
Half cyclic.
Okay. It's totally normal that the nose is more to the right because, you know, we're drifting into the wind. So let's get so airspeed's looking good. Eyes outside. Look at your compass and your horizon. Okay, horns coming on. Just lower the collective a little bit. Pull aft cyclic a little bit. It comes right. You're at 70 knots. You got so much speed you can lose. 10 knots. Let's slow it down even more. Beautiful. All right, let's recover. Very nice. Good job. There's a nice fast auto, 70 knots, but hey, whatever. You got to do what you got to do.
And what happened when the RPM shot up? That was from just putting too much aft in, I guess?
On the entry?
Yes.
Yeah, you pulled aft and we didn't put it back forward.
So I kept it back too long. So when you enter it, because I've been following you on the entry, it's just back and then bring it back to where it was.
Yes, the reason we're pulling aft cyclic, let's keep a nice climb going. The reason we're pulling aft cyclic is because the air is coming into the rotor disc like this. As soon as we descend, the air wants to come here. A little bit of aft cyclic just helps that, and then you put it right back forward.
Gotcha.
If we don't pull the aft cyclic, it takes an extra, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 seconds to get your RPMs back. Well, in the low inertia system like we have here, you may not have 3 or 4 seconds. It might go down too low. So that aft cyclic just guarantees it stays high. And then after that, you manage it. Everything about an auto rotation is energy management. You have your altitude, you have your airspeed, and you have your rotor RPMs.
I believe I read it was about a Robison, the Robison helicopters that some people put blade weights in.
Yeah, on some of the newer models on the Beta 2s, they put like I think it was like 2.5 pounds on each blade, right at the tip, just to give it a little bit more inertia. The R44, it has, let's keep it up at 65. The R44, it has bigger blades, heavier blades. They still call them a low inertia system, but they're not really. Oh my God, you enter the auto and the RPM doesn't even move. You know, it'll move on you if you do crazy things, but if you can auto an R22, man, an R44 is like, are you serious? That's it, you know? And everything bigger, everything after that is also that much easier. On the Schweitzer that I was training with, you know, when you enter the auto, you leave the collective down. The only time you bump it up is if you have too much RPMs, but most of the time it just stays in the green. It doesn't want to go slower, and it doesn't really want to go faster. So when you think about it, we're above the ocean, so we're 1,000 feet above the ground, right? You want to flare at about 50 feet. So you basically have 1,000 feet to go down. That's one energy. Now, as soon as you enter the auto, you're constantly losing it. Okay, that's in the back of your mind. Now, your airspeed, you maintain throughout the whole thing. In more advanced autos, you can slow down to 0, descend vertically, and then get your airspeed back, and then flare. But for now, all we're doing is just maintaining your RPM and just learning how to auto-rotate the helicopter and how to recover properly on the flare. And then the last piece of energy that you have is your RPMs, and you're going to keep those constant until the very, very bottom, when you have no more altitude and no more airspeed. So that's all you have. You pull a collective, you settle to the ground, and that's it.
All right, we're at, how high you want me at? We're almost at 1,400.
This is good. We'll do another auto. We'll recover at about 500 feet. I want you to look outside, focus on, play around with these. All right? heat is on. Remember, trim is this way in today's case. We don't want to let the helicopter drift over the water too much. And because the reason I say that is because I never practice in auto in a place that I can't actually land. I can land on the beach. Check that, we got a little seaplane right there. You see it?
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, so I can land on the beach if I have to, but I can't land, you know, past the surf. I mean, we'll just sink, and we'll get cold, and my phone will... All right, so we're looking outside, 65 knots, and 3, 2, 1. Good job. Look at those RPMs. Now just lower the RPMs just a little bit. Good. Now bring them back up. There you go. Hold it right there. Good. I notice you really like 70 knots. Slow it down. Don't move the collective. Just slow it down a few knots. Now you're gonna have to be a little more aggressive. If you do it that slowly, then it won't move. There you go. Good. All right, let's recover. Very good. So when you have 70 knots and the RPMs are blaring like that, just not like abruptly yank it back, but yank it back, lose 2-3 knots, and if you have to, yeah, lower the collective a little bit. It's honestly, it's the wind fluctuating it more than anything, because that was a stable, level, very nice auto. You locked it in, which is what I like to say. Some people say set it and forget it. You locked in your cyclic. Your compass didn't move up or down from the horizon. Your airspeed was constant. It's just the RPMs kind of played around on us, but that's how it is on windy days like today.
I think once I get more comfortable too, I'll be moving the cyclic a little bit more. If you say slow it down, you know, I'm nervous that I'm in an auto rotation. Yeah.
That's all right. I think that one was really nice. Good, we're out of island. We'll fly to the Captree Bridge, navigate back to the airport. From this portion of the flight until we're back at the airport, you're in charge of radios and or carb heat and trim. So trim it says here before landing, carb heat full on for landing. And does it say anything about trim? Doesn't say anything about trim.
Trim off.
Okay, good. There it is. Trim off. So trim is off right now. I'm going to turn it back on. Alrighty. So trim is on. We're set for forward flight. So it's not a big deal. If we're flying 65 knots, 600 feet, what happens if you just let go of the collective? Go ahead, just let it go. It sinks a little bit, but not too much. So you can slow down a little bit and get, you know, carb heat and trim if you need, or, and this is a better practice to do, just creep your hand back a little bit, pull full friction on the collective, and it'll stay there. Most important thing, eyes outside and cyclic level, because we don't want to start doing this thing. We don't want to start doing that, right? Good. All right. Same thing goes for operating the radio, so try to think before you do something and get two things done at once.
Now when we get closer, we're calling tower, and we're going to tell them helicopter 8536 Yankee to Long Island Tower about, you tell them miles out from the field. They get ATIS first.
Right, let's get our ATIS first so we know what information to tell them. And Captree Bridge is about, I think, just over 10 miles away. So once you're a couple miles away from Captree Bridge, and mind you, the wind is coming out of the west and the north. So when we start turning towards the airport, we're going to be flying along pretty quick. So we got to get ready for that ahead of time. And yeah, you can just ballpark it, you know. So, you see the big white building over there?
Yeah.
That's called the Federal Building. Everybody knows that it's called that. So you can just say at the Federal Building. The big park on the south shore, that's called Heckscher Park.
Okay. Do you want us crossing over the bay, or do you want us to wait till we get to the bridge?
Yeah.
Past the bridge.
Yeah, like right before the bridge, we can cross over to that little inlet, and then we'll try and fly directly over the bridge. Now on days like today with winds out of the northwest, Farmingdale Airport, all the airplanes are lining up over here above the Captree Bridge. So what I'm going to do is, just for fun, I'm going to listen to their frequency and see what they say. Good job on the straight and level, by the way. Pick an altitude, pick an airspeed, lock it in, fly. I can see your thumbs are red and not white with pressure, you know? Good. I don't hear anybody at Farmingdale.
This is 6 Echo Romeo, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 6 Echo Romeo.
Wind check.
Wind 3201 gust 2 tree. With A9 Delta, turn left Alpha 5, ground point 6, have a good day.
Alpha 5 over to ground, A9 Delta, you too.
So you said you went over some of these lights, right?
Yes.
What about low fuel?
1 gallon of usable fuel.
And what would you do?
Land as soon as practical. Or immediately.
Land immediately. It means you have 1 gallon left, and you're constantly burning it. So where would you go here?
The parking lot.
That's where I would go too. That seaplane isn't coming back over our shoulder, is it?
No, not that I see.
Roger. Head on a swivel. Farmingdale's not that busy, and wind is gusting over 20 knots. It's at 2-3, and it's coming out of the northwest.
01 tree, gust 2 tree.
Tower Cherokee 38433, Captree 2000 inbound Juliet.
Cherokee 38433, report tower straight in, runway 32, report the inner shoreline.
Report straight in 32 over inner shoreline 432.
What? What did I do?
Lights are out, gauges are green, fuel's good.
No.
Wind 31017, gust 2 tree.
Whenever your instructor isn't saying anything,
You look at something.
he did something.
You want to follow the roadway, or do you want to go?
We'll go directly over the bridge, and I mean, we have altitude. Even we can cut the corner a little bit, but yeah, the danger of pulling the gauges is I don't have anything. I personally cannot leave that on for too long, because what if something does go wrong? So
Yeah.
I gotta start looking at you and smiling and losing my poker face a little bit. So Eric flew above here when it was like right after the snowstorm, and there were sheets of ice that were moving this way, and they just all had a straight line down the middle because of the what is it called? I don't know. The beams that the bridge is built on, they cut the ice like in straight lines. It was really cool to look at. He's got some video of it, and these are just sheets of ice floating in the bay.
Republic Tower, Cessna 757 Alpha Delta, holding short of runway 32, clear for
Getting bounced around today.
Well, now we're more into the wind. a little bit crosswind, and yeah, it's gusty, especially over the land. Over the ocean, oh man, it's really sustained. There's really no reason for it to gust. But over the land, the surface friction of the ground really kicks up a lot of gusty conditions. So when it is gusty, you should slow down.
Right down 1232.
Cessna 1868 Bravo.
68 Bravo, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Runway 32, clear touch and go, Cessna 68 Bravo.
Like here, for example, you can already start to shoot towards the airport.
Right above us.
Echo Rummy number 2, following Cessna traffic, 1.5 miles ahead.
Oh yeah, that guy's like at 8,000 feet.
Yeah, no, I'm pointing it out.
Number 2.
So I think the airport is...
68 Bravo, after this touch and go, make left traffic.
Left traffic after the touch and go, 68 Bravo.
Well, we know the 4 procedures, right?
Yes. Compass, climb, confess, communicate.
All right, cool. So let's think about the compass. We departed southeast, and then we switched around and flew west for a while. So where should the airport be?
To our east.
East, all right. So let's turn east a little bit and continue. Let's look at some landmarks. We know the airport's pretty much south of Stony Brook, and there you can see Stony Brook Hospital right there. So it's got to be somewhere over there.
Oh, I see it.
We know it's north of the ocean, and there's the federal building. We know the federal building is west of it. So you can climb a little bit higher, get a little bit better of a picture. We might see it.
I think I see the clearing right there, right ahead of us.
Wind 320.
That's it.
22.
All right, so when you're ready, it's best to slow it down, maybe 60, 65 knots. The helicopter's under much more control when it's at that speed. And go ahead and do what you got to do. Let's get our ATIS, let's get our tower, and keep the frictions on when you call the tower, because you're gonna have to change the squawk on the transponder.
All right, and what was the the ATIS?
This is 120.72, tower is 119.3.
12072. I'm going to put that in the hot box.
Okay.
Switch it and then put tower.
All right, I'm backing you up on the controls. I'm just holding it, make sure we don't lose it. You get...
All right, frictions are on.
Okay. And even though the frictions are on, you see the manifold pressure is like 18, raise it to like 20 or 21, so that if anything we climb and not descend. So just pick it up and then it'll stay here. There you go. Pull it out. There you go.
Alright, tower was
119.3.
Runway 1028, not lighted. Unlit tower, 3.7 miles west-northwest.
alright, friction coming on.
Leave the friction on.
Even while you're getting the ATIS?
Yeah.
Advise initial contact, you have information, golf.
Because now you got to switch the radio, so you have information golf.
Long Island tower, information golf, 1656 Zulu.
Alright, we have information. Alright, friction's coming off.
3-1.
We're 5 miles southwest, and we want to inbound for the sod. We have golf.
So it's going to be Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee.
And then they're going to call back.
And then we're going to say 36 Yankee, 5 miles southwest with information golf, looking for a landing in the sod.
Inbound for the sod.
To A&P maintenance.
Taxi left there on Bravo 3. Then make a right turn on Bravo
Great, we got Grumpy. He's grumpy.
Yeah.
from there.
Okay, left here and right Bravo 3, cross 24, and then we'll get them progressive.
Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee.
November 8536 Yankee, Long Island Tower.
36 36 Yankee, 5 miles southwest, inbound for the sod, with information Gulf.
36 Yankee, squawk 4367 ident, Long Island altimeter 2973.
Squawk 4376 and ident. 36 Yankee.
No, 4367.
4367 and ident. 36 Yankee.
Yeah, I didn't get what he said either.
Make the next left turn on Whiskey, November 67 Tango Hotel. Any pilot report, any wind shear?
Negative on your wind shear, and we'll take the left.
So that's what I was saying, keep the frictions off because you're going to have to go down there. So after you call him,
I believe is...
what I like to do, after I call him, I put the first two on 4-3. And then as soon as he tells me, I flip the other two.
Progressive.
The thing was, I always thought, if you don't have to have the friction...
Whiskey, and we have to go to parking.
Go ahead. What are you saying? What's the
less the frictions are on, the better.
Contact 1,300.
36 Yankee, roger. I think he said contact 1300 and we're descending because we're getting close to the...
When you join that downwind, stay in the downwind till advised by me. I got a TBM on the opposite downwind. He's twice your speed. He'll be number 1, you'll be number 2.
Not a problem. Breaking away, 6 Alpha Tango.
November 36 Yankee. Clear to land in the sod. Hold short of runway 33 left at all times. I already have another helicopter in the sod as well.
36 Yankee, roger. We'll hold 33 at all times. Clear to land on the side.
November 86 Echo Hotel, helicopter 3 southwest inbound for the sod as well.
Eric's already there.
Yep.
Got left coast traffic.
Okay, can you give me a fast, short pattern this one time around? He'll fall in behind you.
Okay, we'll descend a little bit more. 600.
November 86 Echo Hotel, left takeoff 33 sod, wind 32020. Keep it tight to the field.
Clear for takeoff 86 Echo Hotel. We'll keep it tight.
November 6 Alpha Tango, you got the TBM in sight?
Inside 6 Alpha Tango.
Follow him, runway 3.
So what you're saying is right about the frictions.
290, you clear to land number 2, thank you.
Number 2, clear to land, 6 Alpha Tango.
Yeah, early left crosswind 86 Echo Hotel would help me immensely with this one.
Turn in left crosswind now, 6 Echo Hotel.
Number 36 Yankee helicopter just lifted the sod. He's just abeam the air. Numbers are runway 10. He's giving me an early left crosswind. Why don't you just follow him into the sod? Can you do that for me?
36 Yankee, roger. We'll be number 2 behind 6 Echo Hotel.
Have him?
36 Yankee, not in sight yet. We're looking for him.
Just west of the tower, passing south of it as we speak. November 86 Echo Hotel's clear to land the sod, wind 31018. I got a PA 44 on a 2-mile right base inbound for the airport.
Just to the right of the steam.
Yeah.
2 helicopters.
Yep, there is.
Landing on the sod area left of your runway. One of them's just out of the...
It's not a big deal to find him when we're this far away, you know?
0 at 19 gust 29.
Gusting 30 knots now.
Well, you're there, right?
So what I'd like is a nice normal approach to the spot.
Yeah, I see him better now.
0 Sierra Zulu, where do you park?
Then we're going to, sir.
Left 2.
So the thing about the frictions is on the collective, I want you to feel with the collective friction full on, you can still raise it and lower it. You know, you can still play around with it. It's important to have it off in case of an auto rotation. It's going to hinder you from lowering it that much faster. But if you really lost the engine, I think your adrenaline will kick in and knock it down pretty fast.
Yeah.
But the cyclic friction you never put on. But collective friction, you can put it on. You can even put it on just halfway.
You have it on right now, right?
Yankee.
36 Yankee, we have company traffic in sight. We'll maintain visual separation.
That's him. Follow him in.
36 Yankee.
You still have it on. There we go.
Sorry. All right. Good. Now we'll turn final as we line up with the spot. And it's a little gusty, so do what you got to do. Keep it nice and normal. We're not downwind. We're turning final now. He already cleared us to land, so we're good to go. Now that windsock is interesting. Sing.
5.
Keep it descending. Keep it descending. We're not going around to line up this way. We have 3-3.
Park, base of the tower.
I would like to taxi back.
So this is a steep approach now, so keep it coming down.
And then join runway 10, hold short of 33 left. What are your intentions?
I was staying in the pattern, so left Bravo and 10 for 33 left.
Yes, sir. And 8 is...
Go to the left here. Avoid Eric. Start to slow it down.
Traffic.
Ray 6 Echo Hotel, make left takeoff, wind 31018.
Clear for takeoff, 86 Echo Hotel.
6 Alpha Tango hard left to Bravo and...
I forgot carb heat and trim.
Runway 10.
That's okay, I forgot it too.
Tower, Delta Charlie, with you on.
Delta Charlie line tower, 24, clear the option.
Look at them, they're doing a max takeoff.
2000. Pilot report.
Maybe we'll do one of those as well.
11 wind shear at 1,500 feet by a Boeing 737 about 15 minutes ago.
Max, thank you much, sir. We're established.
Can you see what he's doing over there? He's pretty much just going straight up.
See, or I saw. It's gone now.
He's ahead of us and above us. You see him?
Yep.
With wind like today, we can do that, especially now that it's the second half of our flight. It's, we're much lighter. Let's get a pattern in and fix that approach that we just did.
Yep.
Down at 2000.
Number 266 Alpha Mike Line Tower, runway 33 left, wind 29020. You clear the land, loss of 15 knots, 11 wind shear, and final for 24 at 1,500 feet by a Boeing 73. Nothing reported for 33 left, though.
We're clear to land 33 left, copy that info.
Let me know when you're ready to go, November 6 Alpha Tango.
We'll let you know.
At 36 Yankee at the sod for left close traffic.
36 Yankees, class takeoff, sod, make left traffic, report the midfield downwind squawk, stand by in a pattern, hold short of 33 left at all times, please.
36 Yankee, roger, we'll hold short of 33 left at all times, squawk and stand by.
Alpha Tango ready.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do a max takeoff.
Oh, alright.
Look outside. Imagine there's a huge set of trees in front of us and they're at 200 feet. So after 200 feet, that's when we can go. So look, we're not even pulling more than 24 inches and it's climbing beautifully. And if you have the room, you can start to inch forward and get a little bit more speed. And that's pretty much a max performance takeoff. Yeah, the wind is dancing around. It's more out of the southwest than it is out of the north, and now it just changed again.
013.
Clear to land 86 Echo Hotel.
Okay, this isn't going to be the prettiest of patterns. This is our base leg, and we can already turn final just about.
How many do they usually have down there? They have 3 now, and 2 took off this morning, or this afternoon. Blackhawks.
Oh, I don't know, but they have a hangar as well. I don't know how many are in there at any given time.
There's Eric.
Okay, so let's slow it down a little bit. Turn your base. Give me a nice normal approach. So here's our base leg, level off, look at the spot. Okay, there's our spot, and
We have to turn a little bit more.
6 Alpha Tango, mean early left crosswind, please.
Will do. 6 Alpha Tango.
Thank you. I got traffic inbound for an IMW for 24. I want to get you through the 24 departure.
all right. Do what you gotta do, put me down in the spot.
Number 36 Yankee, you clear to land on the sod. Keep it tight to the field. Hold short of 24 and 33 left.
36 Yankee, roger.
This could be our final, right?
Yeah, this is our final, yeah. I should have called him on the downwind. This is 2-4, this is 3-3. We cannot pass them. Okay? So this is our steep approach, no problem. We're going to keep it normal though. Try to keep it nice and straight. We'll just go to the left of the spot. Eric's over the spot right now.
Helicopters landing left of your runway 38 Delta Charlie. He'll be clear at all times.
I understand, 38 Delta Charlie. And so far, just moderate chop down to final.
Very steep.
Yeah, it's all right. As long as you start checking your power a little bit early. You already lost all your speed, so just use the collective now.
Cleared, touch and go. You know what? We'll take a full stop. 6 Alpha Tango.
Not close to me, I hope. 6 Alpha Tango, clear to land 33 left.
3 cleared to land 33 left, and
Is this you?
6 Alpha Tango.
Yeah, this is me. I'm just getting away from Eric a little bit.
Just out to the field.
Roger, 6 Alpha.
Take controls for a minute.
Controls?
5 mile final for 33 left. He'll follow you in, so don't bring it out too far, please.
Not a problem.
Wind 31019er.
Alright, I think next paycheck's going to a headset.
All right.
38 Delta Charlie's on the go to 500.
When you're ready, set it down. Looking outside, we got a lot of room all around us.
4 Long Island Tower. 44371 and 10. 437.
If you want to open up a vent, you can. If you're warm.
We're 2860s Brookhaven inbound for Alpha, sir.
574 altimeter 2973. You clear to Charlie airspace landing clearance Charlie.
2973.
Good, not bad. Very nice. Doesn't have to be perfect. If it's going to move around.
I'm going to open a vent.
Okay, go ahead. I have controls. You can open the door vent if you want as well. If the helicopter's dancing around on you while you're trying to land, stop trying to land. Fix that, and then continue to land.
Short final.
6 Alpha Mike.
Embrace Delta.
Alright, pick it up.
Give me a nice pickup.
270-2000, 8 Delta Charlie.
8 Delta Charlie, contact New York departure 118.0. See you later.
Roger, see you later, thanks.
Number 5312 Sierra Line Tower, you on frequency?
Look outside. Give it a little right nose. Look at the flag there.
Left takeoff 33 start. Approved as requested.
Clear for takeoff 86 Echo Hotel.
50 knots faster, November 5 Kilo Yankee to 6 Alpha Mike, just so you know.
Roger, overall, slow it up, hold.
Am I putting it down again?
Tango, what's your intent?
When you're ready.
Alright, left turn on 24 to Bravo and then runway 10. What do we do? Full stop taxi back?
Affirmative, Bravo to 33 left.
Yes, sir. Bravo to 33 left.
Tower 5312 Sierra is inbound for touch and goes.
Number 5312 Sierra.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. We came down nice and flat, which is good. Yeah, I would have liked it slower, but it's okay. Let's do this.
Empire.
I have controls.
Back for now, I want you to fly heading to 240. Instructions to follow.
Empire 74240 ahead.
You see this blue pole right in front of us.
Yes.
All right, this is the blue pole right in front of us. Here's what I want.
Short of 33 left approach at all times. Clear to land the side. Clear to land. 6 Alpha Mike, helicopter on left. Your runway, he'll be clear at all times.
6 Alpha Mike.
Number 5312.
When you're ready, we're going to pick it up downwind, hold it in a hover, turn it around left pedal, taxi back over there, put it down in front of the pole.
Alright.
Report the midfield downwind, squawk standby in the pattern, please.
Nice and slow on the pickup, more aft cyclic, because it's going to want to go forward.
Wind check, please.
Wind 30015.
Check your pedals.
6 Alpha Tango ready.
Right pedal, right pedal, right pedal. There we go. Aft cyclic.
Tango without delay.
Good. All right, we're holding it in a hover. We can turn it around, nice and slow.
Cleared for takeoff.
Watch your cyclic. Come on. You got this, Vincent. Hold this over the spot. There you go.
Full lane Friday, he was going right out.
Inside, 6 Alpha Mike.
Empire 7-4, just get you into the field in just a minute.
Empire 7-4, roger.
Wind 31015. 6 Alpha Mike, that helicopter's right off your left. He's landed on the start area.
Inside, 6 Alpha Mike.
Left or right traffic for 6 Alpha Tango.
Say again?
Left or right traffic
Traffic.
for 6 Alpha Tango.
6 Alpha Tango, make left traffic for runway 33 left, please. Just extend the upwind a bit. You're going to be following the Cessna 4 out. And,
Okay, here's good.
Will do.
Empire 7-4.
Real level attitude when we set down, not too much nose up, because then the tail will hit first.
You make it a 260 for now.
260, Empire 7-4.
Thank you.
Okay, not bad.
Not great either.
It's all right. It's okay. So pickup's really gentle. We don't want to raise any more collective than we need to if the nose is turning left or right, or if the helicopter's trying to skid across the grass more. You got to fix that first. Stop it from moving, stop it from turning, and then continue raising the collective. So let's pick it up nice and slow.
All right, 33 right now, and still right traffic. Will slow stand by report midfield. 120 here.
Thank you.
You felt that on the left skid there?
Yeah.
All right. Probably if we went 10 more degrees to the left, like rolling, we would have had it.
Yeah.
All right, so you got to feel that. You got to go the opposite. Let's continue picking it up.
And then call me on tower for split taxi. You can bring it in now, PA for November 6 Alpha Tango. Thank you.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Empire 7-4, you can fly. You get some.
Give me a little bit of a right. Is Eric landed already?
Right highway yet?
Yeah, he's there.
Empire 7-4, negative.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to set up for a quick stop. Let's do a left pedal here. Hold us over the same spot. There's Eric. Okay, let's taxi to the far end of the grass here. So nice and slow because there's a lot of wind behind us pushing us. So more aft cyclic. There you go. A little bit more. Good. Hold it.
Tower 86 Echo Hotel request left close traffic with a high final.
Echo Hotel, hold your position. I'll be with you in a minute.
Holding 86 Echo Hotel.
Very nice taxi.
6 Echo Hotel.
You jinxed it.
Hotel.
You got it. Forget what I'm saying. Just look outside. Keep dancing on the pedals.
Long Island Tower, stationary 167 Tango Hotel.
Good. Start to slowly slow it down. Once we're stopped, we can put in the left pedal. Okay, put in the left pedal early. It's all right. So we're going to use this runway as a reference. We're going to go straight ahead, and we're going to do a quick stop before 24. It's just a normal takeoff. Basically the bottom portion of an auto. Lead with the collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic, and then hold it in that flare. With a lot of wind like we have today, we're not going to flare for very long. Let's go get our speed. We'll get a little bit of altitude, like maybe 30 feet.
Sorry about that, I'm just being tossed around, so I can't speak right now.
5 Kilo Yankee is clearly active. We'd like to catch to the west side.
Good, and 3, 2, 1, stop the helicopter.
4, 5 Kilo Yankee.
Good. Hold it right there. Dance on the pedals. Start bringing in your power. Level the nose. Don't forget to level the nose.
10 o'clock in the miles of PA 44, 1100 feet on the left down has you in sight.
Okay, 90-degree pedal turn to the left. Face that the Blackhawks right there. Face them. And stay right here.
Empire 74, roger.
Empire 74, alpha pad, oil in.
Empire 74, cleared on alpha pad.
Very good. Let's do another 90-degree to the left. Stay right here. So ahead of it on the cyclic. Hold it right here. Good. All right. When you're ready, taxi back. We'll do another one.
Helicopter 86, I gotta tell you, ready to go inside?
Right here, so exit the hotel.
Helicopter 86, I gotta tell, side clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 86 Echo Hotel.
Good. Now that we have momentum, just manage it. Don't let it go faster, don't let it go slower. This is a nice taxi speed for an area like this. If we lose the engine, we're not going to turn around into the wind. We're just going to go straight down and just slide on our skids. Because they're like, basically we're on a big sled.
Oh, we got two Blackhawks coming in over my right.
Awesome. Let's get away from them.
Yeah.
Wind check.
Wind 300 at 12.
And 36 Yankee has the Blackhawks in sight. We'll maintain visual separation. Our little quick stop here.
There they are. Very cool. You got this?
Yeah, I have controls. Okay, good. They took the taxiway. Let's go back to where we were.
November 7, take a hotel, give way to the Alaris coming into ramp, runway 33 left, taxi via Whiskey.
I thought for sure they were coming in. They always do steep approaches, so you never know exactly which way they're going to.
On Whiskey here.
Be a right on Whiskey from the west side.
Okay, you have controls?
I have controls.
Across runway 24.
Okay, right on Whiskey, cross 24, 167 Tango.
There's Eric. So
I'm gonna start.
good, go ahead, go on the go.
Thank you.
Dance on the pedals, get a lot of speed, a lot of speed, a lot of speed.
Helicopter 86, take hotel, side coil in.
And 3, 2, 1. Good, flare it, hold it right here, a little more right pedal, there you go. Lift the collective, and level the nose, good. That was a lot of collective, you probably didn't even have to lower that much, but that was good. Because you felt we kind of sunk a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
Now that's not a bad thing if you were higher. When we were as low as we were, you want to try to be same altitude, if not even balloon just up just a little bit. The main thing is don't balloon way too high, and you know, obviously don't become a lawn dart. But very good, all right.
They go round again.
We'll do one last.
Have you taken a trip over there yet?
No, not yet.
16 up single, runway.
You allowed to leave the office at all?
Yeah, Bravo.
Yeah, I could go in there whenever. Just I don't really know anybody there, and honestly, I've been to a bunch of air shows. Like I've seen them up real close. They're great, but I don't know. I'd rather fly.
729 Sierra, pop along the entire, enter the right downwind, runway 33 right.
Right downwind, 33 right.
Wind is all over the place.
You know it.
7 Tango Hotel, you're supposed to take 10, that just takes down Sierra, Charlie, runway 10 for runway 33 left.
Alright, I was told to cross runway 24. Do you want me to go back to 10?
Just take Sierra, left turn on Charlie, and...
Alright, what's the plan?
I want to get another pattern in here.
Okay, left on Sierra.
When we shoot our approach, I want to shoot it to this corner.
Okay.
I have runway 10 and 24. 36 Yankee at the side for left close traffic.
36 Yankee, side clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 36 Yankee. We're just going to take off straight away.